Hey everyone, it's Lainey. Welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today is just getting a little more organized and labeling some things. So first off, I have this container here that I probably purchased from TJ Maxx. And this is in our pantry currently, and this is our cat food. And I thought that it would be super cute to dress this up. So I've already weeded out some of the stuff that I cut out today that's in white because the backer is white. Obviously, it is a bit difficult for you to see, but I think that you are really going to like this. I've done this in a video before, but my channel is quite new, so many of you are probably seeing this for the first time. And I will link the website that I used to create this. It is super simple, but it really can transform what you're putting it on. And because this is cat food for our Oliver, we call him Ollie for short, why not personalize it a bit? So being very careful here. That needs to be burnished down just a tad more. And as you can see, I'm using Tech Wrap. That is pretty much my go-to vinyl these days. And this is in matte, as well as all my other Tech Wrap rolls that I have. Really love the matte look. Just a couple more. Well, that little piece I wasn't able to get because I ran out of transfer tape, but I will put that on in a second. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I need to clean this surface with some alcohol. Sure, it is quite dirty. You want to clean your surface before you apply vinyl to help your vinyl stick down better when you're removing that transfer tape. And also it helps for it to last longer as well. So let's move this in and lay this down. And now you can see that it is Oliver. So what I do is have a picture of him, edit it, crop it down, and then I put it in this SVG converter. Like I said, I'll do my best to link that website down below. And it gives you a few different options. And there you have it. Now, I am an Adobe member or subscriber, I guess. I pay for all the Adobe applications, which include Photoshop, Illustrator, and Design. So I do use, I do upload the image into Photoshop and edit it prior to placing it into the SVG converter. But if you use Canva, Canva has very similar options for you. And basically I'm just cropping, you know, because this is a larger picture of him, and I'm just cropping his head down and cleaning up some of the areas. Then I convert it, and then I may upload it back into Photoshop to edit it some more. So for this particular one, I used the little pen tool to adjust the eyes, but it's really just dependent on the animal and the whatchamacallit, the picture that you're using. And I was missing this little piece here. So let's see if I can place this in here. Not exactly sure how it's supposed to look. Okay. And there you go. I made a folder for him for the vet, and I created a larger one and had his name by it, and I did it in orange because he's an orange cat, and I love that thing so much. So I had to do it again for his cat food. Now I've got all these little scraps of transfer tape here, And what I want is a longer piece, like so. And this has been used before, so I'm probably going to have to retire it after this. Let's just cut this down. I accidentally placed this on Cricut. You know, sometimes the materials just want to stick together. They just are like magnets, and that's kind of what happened with this. Just once more, repeating that process, and let's do this on both sides. Okay, and I decided to have his name in a vertical position this time for this container. And let's see here. Uh-oh. Almost did it again. Trying to make sure that it is straight. Okay. And you can use your finger like I was, or have your tool. Use your tool a little bit just to press that down. And now it just has a little personalization to it if anyone's ever at the house and pet sitting. And it'll look nice in our pantry. I have these containers all throughout my pantry, and I really want to label all of them, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But you know, starting out with a couple small things, and we'll work our way on from there. So there we have it, the craft number 1, Oliver, and you can see the detail of his cute little face. This was when he was probably, probably like 8 or 9 weeks old. So stinking cute. Okay, moving on to another container here, and these are dental sticks. And the bag that was holding them ripped. So they're in here. And I've already just made a mess of my space. Okay. Trying to find the vinyl. Once more, cleaning this off. And this says dental sticks. And then I cut out some cute little bones. And I will link the font that I'm using today down below. This might be Cookies and Cheese. I absolutely love that font. I believe it is that, but I will double check for you guys. How strange is that name? Cookies and Cheese. Like, why not crackers and cheese or cookies and milk? Just really trying to change it up on me. Okay. And I liked this font because it looks good with it all capitalized. And honestly, once I move on to the rest of the pantry, I'll just keep everything in this font. I really like how it looks. Come on. This piece of transfer tape has been used before, so it's not too sticky. So I've just got to help it attach to that vinyl. Okay, and I want this in the center. It's not centered this way, but we're going to put something underneath the words or the text, using my weeding tool here to help pick up that transfer tape. And there you go. Okay, so now we've got the little bones, and I just typed in dog bones in Cricut Design Space, and these were one of the first ones to pop up, and it's 3 bones attached to each other. And I thought it would be a nice pairing with the text and the little bones here. I feel like that's crooked. Well, it's too late. Oh, shoot. It was stuck down, but not that little last piece. And see how you can see the 3 little bones stuck together? I thought that was super cute. And it is a little crooked. But how cute is that? Just really transforming those little blanks that you have laying around the house. All right, so next I have these clear plastic jars with the metal tin lids. These are from Hobby Lobby. They were priced at $6.49, and they say on the box, intended for craft purposes only. So these are going to work as little storage containers for some things that I have been storing on my pegboard. I want to make that more aesthetically pleasing, so purchased these, and we'll see how these store some of my stuff. And there's 12 in here. Before I move on to anything else, let's just clean the surfaces with alcohol. It has been in the packaging, but just to be safe, let's just clean these off real fast. Okay, so I have once more a lot of text cut out in the white, and then I also cut out 4 little circles to put on the top of them as well. And this is from Hobby Lobby. It's 405 Basics, and it's a pretty floral design. Let me show you. You can see it here. And it came with 4 sheets, and I purchased this last spring and I never used it, and I think it's just beautiful. So bringing it out and using some of those supplies, crafts that I fell in love with and just keep looking at, and we just need to get them used. So let's cut this down. This is a brand new piece. And what I want to do is label some of these. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got 6 labels and then 4 of these little circles. So I think what I'm going to do is try to use this same transfer tape over and over. And let's start out with the top one here. And I'll just work down this carrier sheet and get these labeled. And this is a different font, I believe, because I remember the D's, the capital D's look kind of like a B, and I didn't want that for the pantry. So, like I said, I will give you this information down below in case you want to use any of the fonts. And just like that, so we've got rubber bands, and I love that these are plastic. Great for storage. Yes, I love that. I'm glad I used white. Okay. And then we've got clips, which these are really like clothespins, and then clips for paper. I'll show you in a minute. I love how this looks. And I've got a ton of wooden beads, and some of them I want to keep on the pegboard because I like the way they look, but I don't need 3 containers of them on my pegboard. I never use them. I bought them for a project a couple of years ago and made what I wanted to make, and these are the leftovers. And they just need to find a new home. I guess in a sense I'm spring cleaning and organizing early, which is always a good thing to go through all your stuff and reorganize and try to figure out better ways to hoard your supplies. You want all the things. And I have a tiny space, so I really got to stay on top of it. And where I'm going to be storing these, I believe it's either going to be in a drawer or, well, yeah, some kind of drawer system. So they'll just be sitting in the drawer like this so I can see what it is from the tops. Okay, so then we've got our pin adapters, which is for the Cricut. I lost my dadgum pin adapter that goes with the Cricut Maker. Why I took it out of the machine, I have no idea. Not the brightest move on my part. So I had to buy some from Amazon. Just really a bummer. And like, where is it? I have no idea. It's not like I have a really large space where I can lose it forever, but it is lost. I've looked and looked and looked. I have no idea where it's at. Don't you just love the way things look with a nice label? So nice. Okay. Last one. This is Silhouette Tools. I've mentioned before that I have a Silhouette Cameo. And I have just a couple little tools for it. Blade adapters. So, getting those moved to a new home as well. Okay. Should have shifted it over a bit. I don't think I'm going to be able to pick it up. No, it's okay. Coming in too fast. Alrighty. Coming in with this vinyl, and I just cut it in a circle. Measured just the inside of this metal, and it's about a 2x2, and just like that. Because it's got a little lip on it, or a ridge, I wanted to be inside that. I probably could have gone just a hair bigger. And I'm telling you that if you go and purchase these from Hobby Lobby, it could probably be like a 2.2 instead of just a 2x2. And the last one. Perfect. Okay, let me do a mid-craft cleanup real quick so I can make room for the other labeling things that I have. And I just realized that I'm not sure, this won't fit in my IKEA drawers because it's too tall, but this would fit in my file cabinet drawers, and then I have another drawer system as well. So this would work really nice as just containers in a drawer to help you organize that way too. So just removing the lid and repurposing these. I might have to do that for other places, for other areas in my craft room. Okay, so I have this big wall basket that hangs on the wall, and I made this little vinyl decal like the first day that I had my Cricut, and I never labeled any of the other ones. I was just testing things out, and I have been wanting to replace this stuff so bad. Okay, have that vinyl removed. Now let's bring in that alcohol again and get this cleaned down. Some of that residue off. Cleaned down, wiped down, and cleaned off. Getting a little tongue twisted, tongue tied, which have you. Okay. And if you're curious, this is Cricut, and majority of the stuff is tech wrap, obviously. And then I recently just purchased these from Michaels. These are just regular removable vinyl, and it comes with 6 sheets. And I purchased these for spring. Oh, in addition to, let me show you. This iron-on one here and it's got 3 different patterns, and I really like it. Belle, Citron, Sampler, Somerset, Little Terrace. So you'll definitely be seeing this iron-on and these removable vinyls here in the next month or so as we move into the spring and Easter time. Okay, using a different font once more, and when I was scraping it, my scraper got some of the vinyl. Not sure if I can remedy that. Let's try. And I've got another one of these large baskets that I have sheets of vinyl in, and then this one's obviously the rolls. Okay, and here is the rest of my vinyl. And I've showed this before, how I store my sheets, but there is quite a bit of vinyl in here, and I've just categorized them. So let's see. Let's lay it down. So this is different kinds of white, and then we've got our metallic or foil vinyl, and then I got different shades of purple and pink and blue and things like that. So that's how I have them stored. And I just take this down and start looking through them. I want to make a guide or a key of each, like a little sliver of each color, so I can have that to look at instead, but I just haven't gotten around to it. But that was my original idea behind storing them in the sheets, is just to make a key and look at that when I'm trying to pick out what I want to use for a project. So just going to burnish this down. Let's see if that was good enough. And whew, sorry about that noise. Now it does come with little holes, and it came with little screws to keep this screwed down and together, but I just never bothered with that, because when they're hanging up, they're not collapsing. They're staying put together quite well. So just using my finger and trying to make sure all that's laid down. Part of that Y was lifting up. And there you have it. So then we have our vinyl sheets. Such a good idea. I will do my best to link these scrapbooking folders down below. These are 12 by 12. Or actually, I think they're a little bigger than a 12 by 12 because it fits the 12 by 12 sheets. But I absolutely love these. Now, the baskets, the seller no longer sells these baskets, unfortunately. But I do have some smaller ones, and I've showed you in a video before. I'll show you one here in a second. Here is another basket, and I will link this down below. It came in a 3-pack along with the larger ones, but like I said, the seller doesn't sell them anymore, and I cannot find a duplicate of that basket. But I've got 2 of these baskets on my wall right here, and one has iron-on and one has my Cricut Joy Xtra, some of the mats and accessories. I was going to take them off the wall and label them as well. I've got iron-on here and Cricut Xtra, but they're screwed in. They used to be just nailed to the wall so I could remove them really easily, but now they're screwed in, so I can't do that. But this is what I have on the side of the wall right here, and I just wanted to show you this. Let me grab this is a Cricut Joy Xtra mat, which is 8.5 by 11. So I guess this basket here is about 12 inches across, or maybe just shy of 12 inches. And yeah, I'll link these down below. Really good organizational storage baskets. All right, so now all the receipts since the new year. I couldn't find these at Dollar Tree, but then I went to Walmart right after, and Walmart is now starting to do a dollar spot like Target, a $1, $3, and $5. So I purchased these, and this was $3 for 2, and they're 13 pockets each, a 12 count. I'm only going to be using one today, but this is for all the receipts that I've accumulated or will accumulate for this upcoming year. You know what? Let me cut this apart. Put it on the side of my glass mat there. So we've got the receipts there, and then 2024 over here. Okay. Let's open this and see how this works. Okay. Perfect. This is going to make my life so much easier. And then it comes with the, the little tabs. Oh, these are stickers. That's interesting. So write on these with a permanent marker and then stick them to the little tabs itself. Very cool. So glad, so happy about this little bitty organizer. All right, so last bit here. These are from Target, and I mentioned or showed them in a haul, and I finally figured out what I want to use these for. This is going to store some of my card making tools. And I've had this vinyl here forever. It is a matte, but it's from 143 Vinyl. I believe it's called StarCraft. It was when I first purchased my machine. I made a purchase from 143 Vinyl and just kind of got a variety of vinyls to test out and colors and things like that. I like it for indoor things. I do not recommend it for something permanent that's going to be outside. Like if you want to use this for an outside craft, it's not going to be permanent enough. It's not going to hold up. If you're going to do anything outside, I recommend Oracle, but Oracle 651 to be exact. But this stuff just doesn't, it's not going to last in the elements, but it's perfect for indoor stuff. Yeah, so it says StarCraft permanent adhesive. Okay, let's just wipe that off real quick and trying not to get everything crooked today. Okay, so our last bit are these dry erase labels. There's 6 of them, and they're just labeling clips, and I'm going to apply vinyl to them instead of dry erase because the vinyl will be more permanent. And these are from Target as well. And I took a little break, and it looks like my cat climbed on my desk and got mud on my stuff. That really just drives me crazy. Okay, so this is black matte tech wrap. And you can see how it's weeding. And I've just got to, this is my Cricut tool. Let's use this instead. Okay, so now I just need to remove the centers here. There's not too many of them. And these clips are going to be going on baskets in our bathroom under the sink. And here we go. So let's grab grab a new piece of transfer tape and trim this down. Alrighty, so we've got, let's start with the bottom. And let's trim off that excess so it doesn't interfere with the burnishing here. And I'm just going to use my scraper and get this scraped down, and then we'll just transfer these 4 labels onto our clips. Perfect. So, it's got these little cardboard pieces, and what I'm going to do with all of these is just center them the best I can, per usual, and use my finger to get them pressed down. And that looks so good. Who doesn't love a good label? This makes me so happy. It's the simplest things. Alright, and for this one it says stock, and it's because even though we live tiny, we always have stock toothbrushes, toothpaste, soap, razor blades. Okay, and we've got lotions, which we have way too many lotions right now. We need to really get through them. After this job where we're at, we're going to be going back up north to Wyoming, so the lotions will definitely be used up there with that drier air. Okay, I think that's where we really accumulated the most lotions and oils. Is when we're up north, because our skin just gets so dry. My goodness. Okay. I am not having very much luck. It seems that I work better if I hold the clip along with the vinyl. And lastly, Mike's medicine. He's got 1 full container of all of his stuff. And we're going to label that as well. Let's turn that over. Okay. And this was a 6-pack, and I actually bought 2 because they were only $1. And I thought surely that I'm going to use them. And then when I was starting to really think what I wanted labeled, it wasn't that much stuff. But I can always use these in the future. We change things quite a bit around here, so there you have it. And I love it that I would either want white or clear, but these are actually going to go on some white containers. They're actually from IKEA, and I think that this will look good. So we will see how that pans out, but that is it. So let me get this cleaned up and bring everything in so you can see it one last time. Okay guys, this is it. Everything that we labeled today. I hope this labeling and the font style that I used was inspiring to you to get a little more creative with your labeling and to just check off some of those things that you might have on your to-do list. My favorite are these here. Obviously, I love the 3 little bones put together there, and obviously my little kitten's cute little face. But these little containers are great from Hobby Lobby, and you know, we did a variation there with text and then just patterned vinyl, and that is it. If this was inspiring to you, please consider giving it a thumbs up. I would love it if you joined the channel as well, and as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.